Hey everyone, so it's Alex from Wine Academy here, and tonight I am trying out some slightly different tech because I wanted to be able to use my beloved whiteboard. Now this is supposed to be the week that was, and look back what's happened this week, and basically what I have to say is here's a whole list of venues that have closed. So I thought, well, that's a bit depressing for a Friday night, and hopefully we are slowly edging towards the end of this, so we will be able to go out sooner rather than later. So I thought that rather than talking about closures, I would talk about what is a standard drink, because this is something that gets bandied around. You should have no more than 2 standard drinks per day, but you go out to a restaurant and nobody knows how much wine you're getting in your glass. Some restaurants will list that on the menu. They might have a couple of drink sizes, but it's not something which is particularly standardized. So when we're talking about a standard drink, we are talking about how much alcohol we are having. And in Australia, we define a standard drink, we being the government, defines a standard drink as 10 grams of alcohol. When we're talking about drinks, we're talking about ethanol, ethyl alcohol, not methanol or any other kind of alcohol. There are a whole pile of them. We're talking about ethanol. Now, 10 grams of alcohol, what does that mean? Alcohol is a liquid, so measuring it by what mass is kind of counterintuitive, at least to me. And it doesn't have the cozy one-to-one relationship that you have with water. So water, you have 1 ml of water is equal to 1 gram, very easy. Alcohol specific density is actually less than water. So 10 grams of alcohol actually equals 12.7 mils, rounded to 1 decimal place. So what does that mean? Because I don't know about you, but my 12.7 times table is not so crash hot. Now, if you know the volume that you're having, so for example, you've gone out and you have bought a stubby of beer, or you're buying a schooner, or you are pouring yourself a 150 ml glass of wine, working out the number of standard drinks is, I'm not going to say it's relatively simple, but I don't know, it's kind of simple, in that you take the specific gravity of alcohol, which is actually 0.789 kilograms per metre cubed, and you take that, you multiply it by how much you're having. So if you're having a 150 ml glass, it's 0.15, and then you multiply that by the ABV of whatever it is you're having. So the example that I've pre-calculated is 13.5%, which is a pretty average kind of wine. And we come out the end, and that is approximately 1.6 standard drinks. So perhaps it's easier if you're going and buying a beer, or you've got a stubby. I mean, the stubby's going to have on the side of it how much it is. But what if you want to pour yourself 1 standard drink? Well, then you just have to invert parts of this equation. And so the volume of, actually, I will rub this off. So now we go, the volume that you're after is equal to 1 over the specific gravity of alcohol, 0.789, times by the ABV, so 13.5, for example. And if we have a wine at 13.5%, this works out as being 94 mils. So 94 mils is quite a lot shorter than you probably get poured anywhere. If you're looking at a wine which is about 12.5%, this is approximately 101 mils. And a wine that comes in at 15%, which is very easy for a red wine to hit, this comes in at 84 mils. Now, as an extreme, man, I love running on the whiteboard. As an extreme example, what I have done is poured 2 standard drinks for wines that are 10 and 15% alcohol. So 10 is on the lower end, but you can find wines that hit that point. Some Hunter Stem will be that low, easily German Riesling will be that low. So using some XL5s, this is a wine at 10%, a standard drink, and that's 127 mils. And here is 84 mils at 15%, and that is 40 mils, more than 40 mils less for a standard drink. And you can see that there's quite a noticeable difference in the amount of liquid in those 2 glasses. And if you're out at a bar and your friend got this and you got this, I don't know, I'd be complaining. So that is a standard drink, and that's really easy equation. So volume over 0.789 times the divided alcohol, or if you're working out how many standard drinks you have, volume times 789 times 13.5. The problem is that in Australia, wine labelling actually allows a tolerance of plus or minus 1.5%. So your wine, which is labelled 13.5%, could be anywhere between 12 and 15% alcohol. So I guess what you need to do is, if you're calculating this yourself, you need to add 1.5% on, do the sums, and then take it from there. So there's the didactic part of Friday night over and done with. Go away and digest that. As usual, I'll write a blog post because I am playing with the tech. Then I might re-record this. I've got a comment saying that the sound is a bit quiet today, and I think that's probably because it's using the phone's sound. All right, what have we been drinking, or what have I been drinking this week? Only 2 empties this week, both from the same winery, so I'll just pick them both up at once. They are both from Artis, which is ARTIS, which is a small Adelaide Hills winery. The winemaker, owner, everything is a guy called Andrew Miller, and he only makes about 400 or 500 cases of wine a year. In my left hand, I have the 2017 Gruner Veltliner, and in my right hand, the 2018 Chardonnay, both Adelaide Hills. They both retail at around $40 a pop. Of the 2, the Gruner, they're both lovely wines, but the Gruner was the absolute star. It's really had this beautiful limey and floral nose, spicy, and on the palate there was the citrus coming through. There was a little bit of fresh ginger, so like when you're having that fresh ginger to cook, and even a little bit of richness of stone fruit coming through. It was absolutely delicious. I don't at the moment stock either of these wines, so you will have to Google Artis Wines and jump on his website and order some direct from the man himself. I recommend signing up to his mailing list because every now and then you get discount codes when you do that. But absolutely delicious wines, all of them. The Shiraz is absolutely stunning as well. So I'm not going to talk about any of the gloom and doom. I am going to say that's it for today. Stay safe, stay warm. In Adelaide, it is freezing, it is blowing a gale, it is throwing it down with rain. So it's the perfect weekend to stop inside and open something. And if you haven't already done so, next Thursday night, Thursday the 7th of May, the masterclass is Meet the Italians. And we still have some wine available. There are only 2 red twin packs left. Or grab yourself a BYO ticket and join us at 6 p.m. Adelaide time on Thursday. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Cheers. Denise?